About everything and anything. Enjoy. Yeah, there's not really a theme for today's podcast, guys. A Shedcast today is just going to be to talk to you guys, to like discuss stuff. Just pure randomness, basically, because I feel like the last couple of podcasts, you guys haven't really been able to interact and ask questions and stuff. So, you know, if we don't really have a topic, that means we can talk to everyone. And, you know, sometimes we'll do podcasts like this, sometimes we'll have a theme. Just depends how we're feeling, really.
Hey, gang. Am I lagging? Probably. Hi, Ghost. Who knows if I'm lagging? I think we're fine.
What's the Shedcast? Shedcast is mine and George's podcast, which we do each week.
Yeah.
No, guys, let's try and get 10 likes. Thanks, bro. Yeah, we hit 2,300 subs. So good.
It's a
How do we
bit.
start with then, guys? Don't forget to ask us questions because we've not really prepared for today. Well, I've not because I've had so much to do. So this is pure randomness, basically.
Yes, sir.
George, why do you always have to put the monkey in front of the screen every start of the podcast?
Because I love the monkey.
Stop! I want to be a monkey.
Go back. I would like to become monkey.
Did you get your nuggets the other day, George?
I got them today. I ate 26.
What did you think?
I
Katsu.
I had 6 katsu, 26 regular. 20 regular.
What did you think of the
mean-
katsu nuggets?
They were okay. No, they definitely had a little bit of curry flavour, but not really like super curryfied.
I think that's good though.
Yeah. I mean, they
I
were a lot
also
more
had
punchy.
nuggets as well, though. I really like them. I mean, look at the texture. I got some here because I thought I'd do a little nugget review.
Hey, Dubs.
I mean, look at that texture.
I know, it's nice, isn't it?
I think I'd definitely prefer these over the original nuggets. I got sweet
if-
curry dip.
If they could
This
do
is a
the
pretty
flavour...
a weird way to start a podcast, but
Hey, Poppy.
I really like it. I think they're much more crunchy.
If they had just the texture, like if they did like just
I give them an 8 out of 10.
pachinko breadcrumbs, or however you say it. Pachinko's not the right word, I know, but ish. If they put that on regular nuggets, that'd be peak. If they didn't add the curry flavour, it would still be
I
nice.
said, hi mustache, man. The mustache is beautiful.
I know, I saw. Hi, Pups.
It's so funny to actually see like when me and George get mustaches because when I grow my beard out, look.
I mean,
I've
mine
grown
does,
it out never.
mine does
Much,
this.
but like me and George never used to have any facial hair. We used to shave it off every time.
Mine can twirl a little bit. Like,
Beautiful. Stop
Anyway.
playing with your mustache.
right. To save some dead air, we're going to do a review on chicken nuggets.
Well, I got 4 nuggets to eat, so
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I enjoyed them, but they weren't.
they're brilliant.
I think regular chicken nuggets are nicer. But the texture
No,
on... No, the,
Yeah,
te- the taste-wise, regular are nicer.
it's more like
Texture-wise...
southern fried kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It tastes more like a KFC than a Mackey's. Chicken nuggies.
KFC though, so
I don't, because our one local has had a lot of horror stories about it, so that sort of put us off.
can we read some reviews on the katsu nuggets?
I'm on it. I have just drawn a line in brown pen on my hand while I was wobbling it about. You know, we don't really have a system today.
If you had a choice between your own personal planet or your own species of mineral, what would you choose? Species of mineral.
What does that even mean? Minerals aren't species.
I think I'd have my own planet, bro.
Same. Own planet. Like, the
Over.
species of mineral isn't a thing. Like, a classification of a mineral is a thing, but there's no species.
Oh.
Mm,
Is that what it means? A mineral named after me?
yeah, probably. I don't want any Shedonite, thank you.
What?
No Shedonite.
Yeah.
That'd be your dumbass mineral name. What am I doing? Chicken, katsu, nuggies.
Hey, I planned this. This is one of my parts of the podcast that I've planned.
Review.
Eating my last 4 nuggets.
I should have saved mine.
Well, I didn't really give you fair warning, did I?
Well, no, I had them today, but, you know. Now, do I trust?
I don't know what it is, man, but I feel like the chicken inside just looks so
Nicer.
much nicer. I mean, surely it can't do because I'm sure they use the same chicken, but I mean,
I think so,
It's got
Dubsy.
different
I think so. It'll be maybe Fortnite.
Same.
We don't really know.
Shrobo. I was here when he started. Shrink is the one in the middle. Hey, Morgan. Oh, man. The nuggets get filling now, man. I couldn't finish these other four.
So,
I
do you know what? Do you know what I said at pachinko? It's actually panko breadcrumbs, is what I meant to say.
Oh, they're too filling.
Bro, I think, honestly, I prefer the spicy nugs over these. Actual panko breadcrumbs are really nice on actual chicken. Like, the problem with it being, like, fast food is that there's not enough time to really have a nice flavour. Like, it's been, like, what, 25 years for nuggies or whatever? And they are, like, the peak.
Oh, they are. Can't really.
No, they are. I'm also going to talk you through why I think the originals are better. They've had more time to get the recipe down for regular nuggies.
Yeah, it is, George. You're a purist.
I'm not a purist, because I quite like the spicy nuggies. These spicy nuggies.
So what are people saying about the nuggies then?
People seem to like them.
Have we got any, like, quotes?
I'm just reading now. I'm pleased to report they're pretty excellent.
Shed, if Eminem is the grandfather of Jesus, doesn't that mean he's a rap god?
The hell is going
Guys,
on?
you know what I say? Ask us questions.
We don't want fake hypothetical questions.
I'm gonna die, man. Don't ask stupid questions. Ask serious questions. Come on, that we can actually give you an answer to. Oh, that's water you're drinking, Joe. You're not supposed to show alcohol on YouTube, you know. Hey, Thomas. Senpai coming in the stream saying we suck. I mean, you're the one watching mine and George.
You bastard. I nearly died.
Oh,
man.
Oh, yesterday. What you did to me yesterday when I spat out my drink?
Yeah, well, you
everyone
made him chat in my chat.
1 inch dick. Well, I actually told him to say I had a 1 inch forehead, yeah.
Well, I told Chat to talk amongst himself while I went for a pee, and I came back and they're
said,
just ousting me about
when
my
I said
1 inch
talk-
weenie.
You come back, you said. When I said talk amongst yourselves, I didn't mean this. And I nearly spat my coke all over the TV, man.
Oh, yeah, play
I was
something.
that,
You were
like,
live, right?
it affected me that much, George. It went down the wrong hole, man. I nearly choked to death on Coca-Cola because of you.
That is your own fault, honestly.
I was just going to say about Senpai coming in saying we suck. He's the one who's watching a podcast that me and George have not prepared for. Pure randomness, and he's clicked on the video.
I've got a couple of preparations. Nothing major. I've got about like maybe 10 or so news stories, including the vampire lady from Resident Evil as a hot topic. So
There's kind of a reason that I didn't prepare though, because I know every week, people, like when we did the movie ones, people are like, "Oh, Shadji, you're not answering any questions."
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't get to spend any time with the viewers. So if every so often we do a podcast where it's just pure randomness.
I mean, look at the head on that. I have done that badly.
The funniest moments tend to come out of these ones. I mean, the Skyrim.
You can't hear me.
Skyrim.
Have I been? Have you got your desktop audio on?
Well, you grow a beard. Well, I do kind of have a beard, but you can't see it on the camera because it doesn't pick it up.
My guy. Apparently, they can't hear me.
Can't hear. Oh God, that's
you got desktop audio muted.
No. Speak.
Bing.
Speak.
Bong.
George.
Mine maybe something for you.
Alright. Oh God, that's not good.
You got desktop audio muted.
No.
Wait, they can hear me.
You
What do you
liar.
mean, Thomas? Man is
Good.
a liar.
Don't give me false information because then I have to check that George is there, and I also have to click off the Discord, which makes George's face disappear. I know no one wants to look at George's face or his ridiculous mustache, but still. I mean, look at him. He's sitting there drinking Carling out of a bloody.
The reason why I'm
wine
drinking
glass.
out of a glass is because they were bought today, directly from the shop. They've not been cleaned. because of COVID.
No,
So,
if any of the YouTube mods are watching this back, George is actually drinking apple juice.
yeah, it's very fizzy apple juice, Mister
You know, George, don't
Mister
come on the
Moderator,
stream,
Mister Moderator.
show the can in full view, man. That's not good. Then it's water. I've got a sponsor for months. That I wish.
Yeah, no, that's all we wish for is a drinks company to sponsor us, so we can get just free drinks or cheaper drinks.
I love Monster.
Same and relentless. I like flavored drinks.
I need a sponsor so I can fill up my fridge, man. Because I keep running out. To be fair, that Monster has lasted me like 3 hours because I was drinking it early with my nuggies. Have you seen the video of people using Monster to clean like desks and stuff, like stainless steel?
Makes
Like
you wonder
that.
what it's doing to you, huh?
Yeah, like when I watch that, I'm a bit worried because I must drink like 2 or 3 Monsters a day. Imagine that on my body.
I mean, that's bad enough as it is, because like that's caffeine.
It's like
too much
Coca-Cola.
caffeine.
It's like Coca-Cola when people clean toilets with it. Like, you know, Coca-Cola. Can
This is
clean
how we
some
don't
bad-
get sponsors, is by bad mouthing the
I'm not bad man it, George. I love Monster.
sponsor
Absolutely love
us. Woohoo!
I'm just talking about the sheer power of Monster. You know, you can clean
I
anything.
mean, not even if it was like a little drinks company, like I'd be happy to be sponsored by like Fentmas
Oh my
or like
Of course, George's mustache is better than mine because you can't even see mine.
Ugh.
Because mine,
man's too
can't even
close.
see it. Can't even see any of my beard or anything. To be honest, though, I don't like having a mustache anyway.
Wants to light up under UV, and it's the healthiest thing. Oh my god!
If I
Appa-
probably say anything about George's mustache one more time, I'm going to ban him for life, man. Let's see a close up, George. That is scary.
You noticed that the monkey grabbed me as I went past. That's what's really scary. It's like, no, don't go close to the camera. No.
Oh, what kind of image I'm getting from it?
60s
Like a
TV
weird
presenter.
Japanese, weird Japanese, like you know,
Okay,
tea maker.
so I have.
Hang on, Joe. We got some more questions. PS5 or the Xbox? PS5.
PS5. Oh,
Oh,
I have
absolutely.
I have a news story about PS5, by the way, which I think
And
you'll
a heist or hit and run.
plan on.
And a heist, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Go
the thing
for
is,
it.
us with plans don't work, so we just have to hit
Go
and
for
run.
it. Close there. It's 3 p.m. for me, puppy. Oh my god, the mustache is beautiful. This is all I get on my channel. Whenever George is on or Rocky's on, everyone's just like, "Oh, George is so cute. Rocky's so
I
cute."
am pretty cute. It's fair to say. PS4 or PS3. I mean PS4 for now, but like PS3 was a hot hit back in the day. Like I only like last year updated the
You
PS4.
still can hear George Thomas. Turn your audio up, man.
Yeah, like turn your audio up because I'm pretty loud.
I've turned you up a bit more, but I can't turn you up anymore.
So while we're on
Holy
PS4,
my God, it's Vulcan.
while we're on PS5, there was some new stock released the other day. And
The thing is, George, I say this every week. You know how long I've been trying to get one?
no, that's what I'm
You're not-
saying.
You're not going to be able to get a PS5 until probably August, maybe December at the end of this year, I reckon. But if it keeps continuing, if the bots keep buying them all,
Well,
it's
that's
going to
what
be
this is
impossible.
about. This news story is about how like they did it. So Argos announced. Well, they didn't. I don't think they announced it, but they.
The thing is, though, you do realize if this keeps happening, no one's going to want a PS5 because the prices are just going to skyrocket, and they're just going to be like, "Well, I'm just going to keep my PS4 then. I'm not going to keep
the.
paying a cost for them."
So let me finish. Let me say my story before you start interrupting me, you little goblin. So as Argos released it, there was a backdoor for scalpers, which I don't think they intended, but
They're always going to be there, though.
yeah. But the thing was, the scalpers were able to pre-order a day before everyone else because they went in the back. So when they eventually got released to everyone else the day after, and there's a huge chunk of the stock missing, and the website's going down every 5 minutes.
Well, every time, say I click on Argos, you click on the PS5, as soon as you click it, it says something went wrong.
And
That's
people that managed to get hold of them were people that were in specific locations, because the website was going down intermittently. That they were lucky in certain areas and not in other areas, so it's going to be an issue.
I'm sure that I think eBay or something has put in a rule where you can't sell PlayStation for higher cost or something. There's been something put in place, like a law or something, to stop scalpers, but
it won't work
I don't
because
think
there's Facebook, there's Craigslist.
yeah, but they also do like a lot of like giveaways and stuff. Like, oh, £20 to enter, win PS5. You know how much money they're making off those? Like $2-3 grand.
Yeah.
And a PlayStation 5 costs £400. It's just ridiculous because really you're driving everybody out the market, all the kids and everything.
Yeah, so PS4 is going to be in for another 2 years probably because of that.
Well, it's gonna help the PlayStation 5 because obviously it's already one of the best selling consoles of all time.
It's not.
It sold millions of units.
PS5 is being outbought by the Xbox, I think.
Is it?
Xbox X sold more because of PlayStation scalpers. They're struggling with.
Oh, that's the thing now. Like, PlayStation scalpers are still buying up the stock though, so it's still. I'm pretty sure.
But they're struggling with the semiconductors, and they're struggling to meet their creative goals.
I mean, I've read that like every time they release a new console, it's like the PS3. This always happens. It's like the cost of production is always higher when they make the console, and then over time it goes.
It's not even that. I'm assuming it's probably because of COVID, but the fact that there is a lack of semiconductors means they can't create the consoles, which means they can't sell the consoles, and they're buying...
but I remember it's like when PS3 came out, it took like 4 or 5 months for people to get hold of them, but now it's already been like how many months, and we still don't have. Barely anyone has a PlayStation.
It needs to be a stable supply before they can start really pushing the market, but because of the semiconductor losses and because of how...
You do realise as well that these scalpers are going to force PlayStation to up their costs. So if they realise that people are paying £1,000 for a console, £800 for a console, they're just going to up their retail costs.
I mean, at the minute, it makes sense that they would do that because they don't have the conductors to make it. It's a limited stock. But as soon as they figure out a way to make new semiconductors, they'll be...
Same thing is happening with Xbox also, though, at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
You're buying up the Xboxes as well. It's just, it ruins everything. That's the problem when you live in like a digital society.
Yeah.
10 years ago, it wouldn't happen.
10 years ago, you could walk to Asda and get one, or walk to Tesco and get one. Like, they had enough supply to meet the demand, which they are not having this time. Which is why the prices are rising, because the demand is higher than the supply.
It's pretty scummy as well. And it's like I've seen this guy on my TikTok earlier. Is doing a TikTok saying, "Oh, I've got this PlayStation, and all you have to do is sign up to this website, whatever, or pay a certain fee," and he's getting like 100k views on that video.
Yeah, I know, it's real
People are
scummy.
stupid enough to take part in it, and then obviously he's making a crap ton of money. Like, it's like people are just like that gullible.
It's not even that they're gullible. It's one of the only ways to get the products. So they're sort of having to go through these back doors, these hoops.
If you got like 100,000 people commenting on the video and they all take part, what is the percentage that you will win?
Yeah, exactly.
Of winning the lottery.
It's
so
a sad situation.
People are just buying into this fantasy that they're going to get the console, which I've also almost been scammed. Did I tell you about the scam story? You've probably seen it on my Facebook.
Yes, you've told me about it. But say it to chat.
Basically, I was looking for a PS5 and I couldn't get one. So I was like, you know what? I don't mind paying extra, like £100, £200, whatever.
Especially when you're in this point of where you're streaming and you're making your money back anyway. Like that small investment to push your channel further is fine.
I'm not making that much, but you know, I like to have the newest console. I always have done. You know, currently got the Pro. So what I did was I checked all these different like online marketplaces, Facebook, Depop, you know, all these backdoor what do you call them, car boot sale websites, wherever you can go from. And Facebook, I was messaging people. I was like, oh, well, how much do you want for it? And they was like, oh, we want like £600-700. I was like, well, can you deliver it? Can I see the console before I pay for it? And every single one of them wanted a PayPal friends only payment. Now,
Which you
I'm
don't
not
get
dumb.
chargebacks on. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't get your money back if you do a friends only payment. I'm not stupid enough to pay through friends only. But imagine falling for that. You cannot make a case against that. You've lost your money.
Because the reason why friends only is still a part of PayPal is because you don't get taxed on it, or you shouldn't get taxed on it because it is technically like a gift, I think. So
yeah, so they're just trying to, you know, they don't even have the console. They're just doing that to make the money, and then the person's just, you know, they've been conned. Then
you're flickering, my guy. I don't know what you've done. Are you
flickering?
Yeah, did you click off of screen?
I'm not flickering on mine.
That must be me then. Oh well, epilepsy warning. Sometimes.
And then I went to Depop, and I was trying to buy this console, and this one person was saying like 300 or something for a PS5. I thought,
that's way cheap. That's suspiciously cheap.
This is a bit suspicious because they don't even do it for that price. I was like, you know what? Let's just investigate. Obviously, I know
at that point it's either stolen, taken directly from the factory, or it's fake.
I'm not going to buy it, but there was a couple of people like that on there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, 300 if you want it right now, PayPal friends only," and another person as well, 550 friends only.
550 sounds more reasonable. 550 sounds reasonable though.
Oh, but it's friends only, George.
Yeah,
how do you know you're
going to I know.
No guarantees. And so this person said like 300, 350, whatever, and then I was like, I think I put, this is definitely a scam, you know, they're cheaper or whatever. And then next thing you know, I didn't reply. 4 hours later, 5 hours later, they messaged me saying, don't buy that product because my account's been hacked. Which I don't think it was. I think they were just scamming and trying to cover themselves.
Yeah, I've never gotten scammed either. I always take a lot of precautions about buying stuff online. You kind of have to.
Yeah, like, especially with something like that, because say if it's like £10 or £5, whatever, something cheap, like you don't mind taking the risk, but when it's something that's like £500 to £1,000, like you can't take that risk without taking precautions. Like that's just ridiculous. I might have the text here from the Depop seller. I can find it.
So the reason why they normally say, "Oh yeah, don't buy that because my account's got hacked," is because they think you're onto them. Is they get out like reporting free card. No, that's too. We can't see that. It's too blurry, man.
Well, I said, is the PS5 still for sale? But yes, it is. And you know, she even put a kiss.
You've been flirting with your Depop seller, Abby. You hear that?
No, she put that. And then I put how much she's selling for, and she said 300. I can do it right now for. I don't think I replied after that. Another one. PS5 disc edition. Do you still have the PS5 available? Yes, of course. Again, they put kisses for somebody. I don't know why. I'm not trying to flirt them. They always do that.
Oh, is it PS5 and extras? Do you think? Abby, don't worry.
Sure.
The sellers are trying to flirt with him, not him flirting with them.
I'm currently accepting friends and family payment if you're serious, babe.
Yeah, no, that sounds like she's trying to sell herself, not the thing.
And then I put, I can only pay through the website, otherwise I'm not covered by bioprotection. I put, and then she said sorry, and that was it. But like, definitely scams, and there's so many of them out there.
And a lot of them are like...
I mean, I've seen people send images on eBay.
Yeah, I was just about to say the images one was my favourite.
Picture of PS5. Like, that's how desperate people are for these consoles.
I'm getting flashes again, but I think it must be my side. Dubsy, what is the best one we've ever watched? For me...
Well, guys, is the screen flashing on your end? I'm not seeing any flashes.
No, it's got to just be me, I think. So, what's your favourite film you've ever watched? For me, I think.
You can never ask me about favourite films, guys, because I've watched so many, so I can never answer that question.
I can give you pick a genre, and I'll give you a one from a genre. But
Films I've watched over and over again would be the Karate Kid franchise, Star Wars franchise, not Star Wars, Rocky franchise, which obviously everyone knows that about me.
So
the Marvel movie.
Yeah, for me, the reason why I like a film is because it's stylized.
Why am I just seeing Abby's message now?
Because she was on my chat. Because mine's got less of a delay.
I wanted to talk about movies. I want to talk about the X-Men franchise.
Before we get to that, I'm just going to answer Dubby's question. What's my favourite horror movie? What is your favourite horror movie first? Because I quite enjoy... Yeah, I quite enjoy...
No, I don't like horror films, George.
I like zombie movies. So I like Train to Busan. I like #Alive. I like a lot of Korean horrors because they do horror in a way that British films don't do anymore. They do not even realistic. They do like practical effects.
It's more of an action film. Whether that counts, but carry on, George. I've just come into the podcast for my headset ready. What movie are you looking forward to?
I don't really know any movies that are coming out, to be honest.
There's a lot of movies I'm looking forward to. Godzilla vs King Kong.
I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a look at what's coming out soon, and then I'll give you my
James Bond.
review. Oh yeah, James Bond might be a good one.
The thing is, I have all the James Bonds, and I never rewatch them. But the new ones that come out, I always watch.
It's the same thing. Like back maybe 5 years ago, we'd sit and watch them quite often, but that was mainly because they were on TV every week. You'd see a James Bond film on TV every week.
Joe Rogan discussed it, and he was talking about Bond, and he was saying that Daniel Craig is the most realistic and the best Bond, and I think I can agree with him, because although a lot of the other Bonds in the past, they were good for their time, but you can't see Timothy Dalton actually going up and killing somebody in the way that he does. But Daniel Craig, he is the
he portrays that character.
That kind of guy.
I mean, the thing is, Daniel Craig, he's in a lot of films, and he's always playing a killer or a someone that, because he's quite a physical actor, right? Compared to, I mean, Pierce Brosnan was great, and Timothy Dalton was great, and Sean Connery was great. There are bits of them that are all, and George Lazenby as well, I guess, for the first one. But I mean, they're all good. But hell yeah, George Lazenby, he was the first James Bond. No, he's not. Sorry, he was a James Bond for one film on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then he was not in any other James Bond films.
I can't imagine it.
No, I mean,
just get some context. I don't think a lot of the chat actually knows who some of these actors are. So,
oh yeah, Minecraft or Apex. Apex every day, mother.
Timothy Dalton, who played Bond. This is what it looks like.
You're gonna struggle to see it because
we'll see what happens. Does that guy look like a master assassin?
He doesn't look like an assassin. He looks like a spy.
He looks like a spy, but
which is the thing is he's meant to be a spy, which is why.
Do you think
works.
that guy could do you think he would be that kind of killer though? Do you think he'd be that? I don't know. I can't imagine it as much.
So George Lazenby played James Bond on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That was in 1969.
Was he the one that was more of a comedy actor?
No.
I don't know why, but I think I can imagine Daniel Craig being more, realistic to the character.
I think that might be because filming techniques have improved.
Potentially.
Because even back then, everything looked a little bit fake. You can tell what was exaggerated. But now, everything sort of looks a bit better.
Cats 2 ones again. Yeah. I'm also really looking forward to Wonder Woman 1984 because I've watched snippets of it, and the cheat character looks so cool. I'm completely
out of my depth on new films.
It looks amazing. So basically, like, she's like a nerd cheater character, and she wants to be like Wonder Woman. And there's this thing that happens. Basically, it's something to do with wishes or something, and she wishes to be like a superhero, and then she becomes evil and ends up fighting Wonder Woman. It just looks awesome, man. And I was gonna pay to watch it, but you could only get it on HBO.
Yeah, which we can't get without VPN. Hi, Ducky.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna get it on DVD when it comes out. But I did have the chance to rent it on PlayStation. It's like £15 to rent for one viewing. I'm like, no thanks. Maybe for the DVD I might pay that much, but still that is quite high of a price just for like, you know, a DVD. But that's how a lot of movies are the route that they're going down now, because
They have to. Yeah.
there's no movie theaters, and normally if you go to a cinema you pay £15 anyway for the movie and the popcorn and stuff. So, you know, probably £30 actually if you watch it with someone.
Yeah, which
Hey
is
George,
why-
do you have a YouTube channel? Yes, he does. The YouTube logo in the background.
Quiet Place Part 2 looks. I didn't
I
watch
get,
Quiet
we
Place.
get Matthew tomorrow. You said we could. Maybe Saturday, Abby.
How do you
I
feel
don't know
about
about
I still want to watch New Mutants. It
Max.
came out last year, but I've still not watched it. That's
Yeah,
the
I
film
still-
I'm looking forward to. New
No,
Mutants.
I'm not as excited.
It looked really good. I really like the X-Men series. As a movie
I've just-
franchise, I've not seen any of the comics.
Oh yeah, you know a show that I'm really looking forward to? Loki. I'm actually looking
Disney
more forward
Plus.
to Loki. Yeah, I'm looking more forward to Loki than I am for the Captain America one.
Captain America's kind of all done out. Like Loki is.
Like his character is just so interesting. There's so much scope for it, and like
Is it
In
Tom
the-
Hiddleston playing
you know,
himself?
yeah, it just looks amazing.
Mm.
Tom Riddle.
Tom Hiddleston.
You just said Tom Riddle.
I meant Tom Hiddleston.
Oh yeah, it's played by Voldemort.
Oh yeah, I forgot Voldemort. Yeah. What commands have I got? Dubsy?
What-
Dude, I don't know.
So, X-Men.
X-Men.
So I wanted to talk about this because I've been thinking about it, and like, really, X-Men movies have always been solid movies when you think about it. I'd say.
There have been some
Especially
a little
for
bit
that
subpar, but still really good. Like,
Think about it. That X-Men was MCU before the MCU existed.
it was Fox, wasn't it?
That was kind of like the template for the MCU. Obviously, Marvel's done it better, but like the X-Men movies were so good, and I rewatched them, and especially the last trilogy.
Logan
Like-
absolutely wiped me out, man.
It was really good. Apocalypse is a good film, really good film. Not as keen on Dark Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
but like the characters, the storylines, the cinematics, like it's all like awesome.
I mean, even the CG looks really good, even on the old ones. Like, I will always talk about special effects because I love special effects. The X-Men special effects are always really good. There are some that are a little bit janky and off-putting, but when you think about the time they're made, they're really good.
In fact, it was a quadrilogy, wasn't it? The latest one.
I don't know.
Like,
lost count.
Who played Professor X now?
Him who played Glass in
I can't think of his name, but they are like really good actors.
McAvoy.
And they do
McAvoy.
James McAvoy and who's one who plays Charles Xavier.
Fassbender.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender. So yeah, I mean, they're awesome movies, and I don't think they get the credit that they deserve because everyone's so hung up on the MCU, but all the X-Men movies and the Wolverine ones, like,
I mean,
they are really
okay, before we talk about Wolverine, we've got to talk about that first Wolverine movie that was absolute atrocious. It was so bad.
I mean, for its time though, like
No. I loved
Wolverine.
it, but it was atrocious.
The only reason it was like, it's not like pure garbage because obviously Wolverine is still
No film is pure
fan
garbage.
favorite character. Because it's a fan favorite character, that's why that movie still holds up, because it does do the backstory a bit of justice.
Yeah, the backstory in that's really good.
It wasn't as good, but luckily it was good enough that the Wolverine still got some sequels.
Yeah, well, the Logan
Which is-
one absolutely destroyed me. It was so sad.
There's a lot of Easter eggs between them as well. And obviously, the timeline's messed up. The timeline with X-Men movies have always been so
they've
messed up
tried
because
to
of the
fix
Wolverine
it.
character.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they've tried to fix it, but not really.
Because of the Wolverine character.
It's kind of why they
because kept
reset.
sending Wolverine back in time and killing him and burying him underwater and all sorts of random crap. So the Wolverine kind of messed up the timeline, and the fact that there's like two different Patrick Stewarts and two different.
That was
such
such a cool movie, though. Days of Future Past was.
That was a solid movie, but it did obviously mess up the timeline
The
still.
timeline was fixed, but I mean, I've still got to watch Dark Phoenix. The only reason I haven't watched Dark Phoenix is because I put it off. Because
I mean, I'll say Dark Phoenix is the worst one out of the new quadrilogy.
God damn it, that's the one I was looking forward to as well, Dark Phoenix, because
It's the worst one. I watched it last night. Like, it wasn't that bad, but I don't know. The ending is kind of like not the best writing, I'd
a
say.
little bit scuffed. Was it just the writing, or was
But
it?
it's kind of like Apocalypse, really. It's focused on Jean again.
Hmm.
She's Dark Phoenix. She's got all the power. She has to save everyone.
That was her last one as that character, right? Based on the time.
But I think Apocalypse was so much better. In my opinion.
Yeah, I like that they handed it off to younger.
But they also killed off a lot of fan favourites.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I miss Xavier, old Xavier.
So I don't know whether you want some spoilers.
Go for it. It's not like I'm going to
Kill
watch
off
it.
Raven. Jennifer Lawrence's character, which fan favourite. She's obviously a big part of that quadrilogy. I mean, in Days of Future Past, she shows her abilities, doesn't she, to the world on camera, which then she becomes like a hero for mutants.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, both Xavier and Professor X both have a connection with her, and they're both kind of in love with her, like friends with her. So
Yeah.
it's kind of sad, and you don't really want her to die. And then whereas the thing is, Mystique in the first trilogy, I wouldn't mind if she died because
In the
she
first
was a
ones,
bit-
no, she was the villain for the first ones, but
exactly.
once
yeah.
you learn her backstory, you understand why and where she's coming from.
I just always remember that scene from like X-Men 2 where she turns into Wolverine, man.
Yeah, I really like the effect of the peeling thing. That's so cool.
That was good though for its time though.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you talking, like 2002, 2004? Around
Might
the
be-
time
it
there's
might have been- might have been 5.
Without the X-Men, superhero films wouldn't be as popular today. It's the same with Spider-Man. It's like if they didn't pay off and make the money and do as well as they did, we wouldn't have the superhero culture today. But yeah, they also kill off Jean at the end of that film. They kill off the Dark Phoenix, and she just, to take out the villain, she sacrifices herself and then turns into the Phoenix Force, which I think is in the comics as well.
Probably.
I think also might happen in X-Men 3.
X2. X2
But,
was
like-
2003.
But I feel
X1
like
was
she
2000s.
sacrificed herself for nothing, and she saved the world how many times? Like even in Apocalypse. And so why kill off that character at the end of that film, especially if it's going to be the last one?
Because they were rolling on to the new series, right? Especially with the younger cast. Which I think is why they did it. They needed to step away from Hugh Jackman.
Well, that's the thing. Like she hadn't really been in that many films. I mean, it's still a relatively young cast in those films. Because those are the young X-Men.
Was it the young X-Men? I thought Phoenix was the old ones.
Yeah, but she's also in the new ones. It's the younger cast.
Oh yeah, no, I know the younger cast, but I mean the reason why they did Days of Future Past and the entire scene is to hand over to a new cast, right? Which I think is really
but
good.
then, like,
The way they
that
did
cast.
it was really good.
It is a nice send off, but my favourite scene is the last one because it ties up that entire franchise basically. So, is it Beast?
Mm-hmm.
His name Beast. So he becomes the head of the school.
Hank McCoy, is it?
Yeah, Hank. And then McAvoy and Professor X and Magneto both sit down at a game of chess, just like at the end of the third film. And then he asks him to come and stay with his community. Magneto live there. So they end up becoming friends again, and it just ties it all up really nicely. And then we see a phoenix fly above the sky, really nice the way they've done that. But I kind of wanted more. Like, I was like, oh, man, like it's sad that it's over because what X-Men's been like 20 years, hasn't it? But obviously they have to
From
end because
2000 to 20. I mean, it's still 2020 now, 2021 now, and they're
it's
released.
not over though because obviously Marvel will
Bring it back.
bring these characters to the MCU. No
Yeah, well,
doubt.
they already are with New Mutants, and the TV show as well. Runaways was a mutant one. It was an X-Men. That was a great TV show. Runaways was incredible.
What fan art is this? I also want to say as well, Quicksilver in the X-Men movies is in the last 4 movies or 3 movies, the last 3 movies. Every one of his scenes are amazing.
Do you know why?
film,
I'll
though.
tell you for why.
The music.
Not just the music; it's a combination of real life and CG stuff.
I think that's why they've killed off the Quicksilver in the Marvel universe
Because it was atrocious. Yeah.
you can't compete with that version of Quicksilver because although the Marvel one does have like a sense of humor,
Maximoff.
he's not as funny and he's not got as much charm as the one in X-Men. Like he makes those movies. Like the scene where he's flying through the building and the one like
Picks up a dog,
like-
takes some pizza, lobs him out the window. Yeah, like that. You can't compete to that.
That is good movie making, and that just makes me want to like. I've rewatched that scene probably 100 times. I've watched the movie maybe 4 times.
Yeah.
That shows how good those scenes are. Like that really breaks up the film as well. We should totally do like a movie podcast on one of the X-Men. I think
I'm happy to do that because I'm happy to fully break down CGI.
that's all you're gonna do, man.
Dude, I
gotta-
love effects. Oh no, I do. I really I love the films, and
I
I'm
think
not.
it's Dark Phoenix as well. Although I say it's the worst one out of the quadrilogy, like rewatching it, I did
It's not
like
that
it
bad.
more.
Yeah, exactly.
I did like it more, but in cinema, I was a bit let down by it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it
I
depends
got a
on.
similar feeling to when I watched Justice League.
Justice League was atrocious, though. That shouldn't have been a
And
film.
the funny thing is, I watched the 2 movies with the same person.
They should have just waited because they rushed it out because of the recuts by Oh, his name's gone. Who was the director?
I don't know, but the fact that they couldn't wait a little bit to refilm the scenes.
Well, no, it's not even
Well,
that. They rush re-scenes. They first of all they CG'd his mustache, but they didn't.
Mustache, man. That
like
was
his
the
lips,
worst bit. Like as soon as I seen that in the first bit of the film, like already I was just laughing my head off. Like I've never laughed in a DC
It
film.
fully takes
until-
you out of it, right? And then
And I was like, I can't take this film seriously anymore. At that point, I could not take it seriously.
not only that, but like, what is the goddamn director's name? In my head, I've got Jack, but I don't know.
Where's that hoodie from? This is my new hoodie, Adidas.
Adidas.
It's a lot bigger than normal because it's like a baggy one. That's my new hoodie.
Justice League.
I
Who
love
were-
how I've only got like 2 people watching.
Jack Snyder. Jack Snyder had to reshoot a bunch of stuff. He shouldn't direct. Zack Snyder should not.
Say Jack Snyder.
That's your name, Jack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Well, either way, he's a goblin.
Hey nerd brick. I'll be wearing that. Oh, this is mine, Abby. Your biggest fan is behind you.
Like,
Very funny.
do I?
Has anyone not actually noticed the panda in the background? Has it just blended in? I've seen no one discuss
It's
it.
kind of blended in.
Hey,
So you can tell which shots are directed by Zack Snyder because his directing style is completely different to the other guy.
gritty style.
Yeah, which are completely different to the person who shot it at the start.
I do think the remake of it is going to be so much better. But like, it's been like how many years now?
Hey, Max.
And the remake. I think it's the first time that anything like that's happened where a big movie studio has actually agreed
Panda in the background.
and
right?
reshoot it. And I think it's it's obviously the fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
it's what was it, the Zack Snyder Army or something? I don't know. Fans, they all like boycotted the company and were like, you need to remake this.
I mean, they do. Like the
They should, because
two.
I think
No, it's
what
not
they
in mine,
did-
Abby. It's in Shed's. He's got a different background than me.
Hey Max. Yeah, what they did to him on that film wasn't good. They got to stop switching directors because that's why DC fails a lot. And I think Marvel have fell into that trap a bit sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
not so much now. Like Taika Waititi has his own directing style, which is why.
Yeah, but it's
Ragnarok
You know, James
outsold.
Gunn, he got fired, didn't he, for random tweets he made like 20 years ago. But then they actually had some sense and brought him back. So they got to stop getting rid of directors for stupid stuff. That's
I mean,
what they need to do.
For some, it makes sense to get rid of them. Like, I will always boycott a Weinstein Company film because of.
Well, yeah, it depends what they've done, you know what I mean? But a silly tweet 20 years ago that wasn't even that bad. Like, you shouldn't be firing people over that.
Yeah.
I think, in fact, the people who do the worst stuff, like Amber Heard with Johnny Depp, you know, everyone's totally on her side.
Not so
I
much
don't
now.
care
They're a little bit like.
Oh, George, because like it's been proven that she's been beating up Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And like she's done a lot of stuff to him.
But he's not taking it to court, has he? From what I remember.
I think he has, but they've not done anything to her. But then Johnny Depp has lost his role in Pirates of the Caribbean. He's lost his role in Fantastic Beasts.
I mean, that was
basically.
Let's just quickly break down that. That was a. I'm gonna swear because it needs it. That is a shit film.
Yeah, but I mean, the only good thing about it is Johnny Depp.
And Newt, I really like Newt.
Johnny Depp makes.
Newt as a
he makes-
character was great.
I mean, yeah, true. It's the actors in it that make the film.
What
Because the
throwing
plot
back
is-
to 2018 exactly goes to now.
So, you know, she's not faced any consequences. Yet she still gets to stay on her production. She's still in Aquaman. You know, she's still on all of her films.
Yeah, I know it's shit. It's a shitty situation.
And really, you know, with all this talk of like, oh, everybody matters.
Yeah, it's
You know.
it's the Me Too movement.
And then it's like, oh, she's a woman, so she
It
can
does,
get away
yeah,
with
it
it.
doesn't seem to matter towards men, which is a separate thing we need to go into. As
What busy are you doing in the future? More of the same stuff, to be honest, Max. More of these random podcasts. PS2 playthroughs, Simpsons ones, snack rates, all that stuff.
His face cam looks glitchy on my stream because my internet is atrocious.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting for George to edit a video. Of the
It's
Simpsons,
so difficult to do because you've got like an underlying buzz which I can't just delete,
Capture.
and I also need to figure out the points where you want it cut because there's no way to tell. Like unless I watch through a 2-hour stream, and even then I have no idea about the game really.
How far through it are you?
Hmm.
How far through it did you get?
Well, I cut out the loading screens and I cut out some of like the pure like nothingness.
The
where you
loading
clearly-
screen, I wanted to keep it in.
No, I left some of them. It was the first loading screen where you put your name in wrong the first time and then went backed out because you put 2 Ds. I also,
Everyone.
I mean, like, I've cut it down to a
You know,
1 hour
exactly.
video.
And she couldn't even get past level 1. It's taken like 4 hours. So I said, oh, you know what? I'll just play it.
It's not an easy game. If you like, it was the,
It's not an
like,
easy game on PS2.
it was I'm stuttering. It's not an easy game on PS2 because it was as 3D gaming was becoming a thing, and they like for that company.
Very 2-dimensional.
Yeah, it's 2-dimensional but 3D, and it's taking hits from like or taking direction that's
But you'll
from
see,
GTA and
playing-
platformers, but it doesn't work.
I can't see like what's around the corner.
Hmm.
Not 4 hours. I got bored. No, Abby just sucks at games. That's what it is.
Speaking of games,
What stream?
speaking of games,
You know what, Max? I'll be honest with you, mate. You should do whatever videos you want to do because it's not good me saying, did this video, did that video, that video. You make the content that you're happy making. I mean, some of mine and George's videos are ridiculous.
and we get 0
But
views
we
on
just
them,
make-
but we make them because we enjoy
because
them.
we do podcasts. Sometimes they get bad views, sometimes they do alright, but, you know, we just make them for a laugh. It's fun to talk.
Can we talk about
Okay,
games a
well-
little bit? I've got some news game-wise.
I think we should start, George. I think it's this point in the podcast is time to share our gaming stats
Can do.
of how much
So-
we played this year.
PlayStation recently, I don't know when they actually announced it, but I've just noticed it. There is a PlayStation wrap-up for 2020. I'm not going to
that's
share
fine.
mine because I haven't set mine up. I'm just going to read mine out.
I did set it up, but
Yeah, but it's
you know,
it's buggered, so you might as well
Okay,
just
no.
not. Oh,
Oh.
right. Well, I've lost you completely because you've hidden your camera by it. So
yeah, well, I'll get rid of it in a minute. But I just want to share this with you guys. So for all you saying, "Shed, do more Minecraft stream, Shed." Look how much Minecraft I have played last year.
I'll read it out. To the chat from my side.
613 hours spent on the game.
613 hours on Minecraft PlayStation 4 edition.
That's 600 hours. How many days is 613 hours?
Hold
We
on,
calculate that.
I'm doing
How many
it now.
days of my life?
I mean, you're saying it like you're bad. I did 592 hours of Apex. Where's my calculator?
25 days on Minecraft last year.
Why didn't you just stream it in one straight sitting, man? Just sit 25 days Minecraft. Bosh.
I wonder what the record is for how much you can play Minecraft in a year. I'm guessing it's more than that, but I mean that is crazy, man. For
Did you
a
see?
20, I
by
would
the
have been
way,
22. Like, for a 22-year-old guy, 613 hours on Minecraft, and you guys want me to play more Minecraft?
did you see? By the way, that there is a guy that has been streaming consistently for about 40 days straight. Maybe it's more than 40 days. It might be it could be a hell of a lot longer.
If you did like a sleep stream and an IRL stream,
Well, yeah, it's IRL,
So-
games and sleep streams all
Number two.
stuck as one stream.
number 2 is Apex Legends with 217 hours.
Call of Duty
But
Modern
really,
Warfare.
for 200 hours, I've ranked up probably 50 levels.
Call of Duty 136 hours.
Or doing Modern Warfare 103 hours, which is most is spent playing like Warzone and
Yeah, it was
messing
mostly
around
Warzone.
and stuff.
My third is Ark at 46 hours. I played that literally nothing this year.
And then
It's
first person shooter, top genre out of 393.
Is that it? Katmura, my 793 hours first person shooters.
Apparently, PlayStation users have killed 834 million enemies in Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Played. Total
Uh,
hours of gameplay in 2020, 4,080.
That's not yours, is
Wait,
it?
that doesn't even add up.
That's not yours, is it? That's totals. Oh no, mine's
It
970.
can't be told. That doesn't make sense. How can I play 4,089 hours when
You
these
might have
stats
left.
on there?
No. You might have left your PlayStation on.
Hours played online 432. Hours played locally 4,000.
Yeah, mine's a little bit. Yeah, like the local thing is where you've left it on, but offline.
Days played 2020 227. Afternoons on a Wednesday.
253. I've downloaded the mine was Tuesday.
Top 3 PlayStation Now games. Marvel Spider-Man was number 1. That's
Days Gone.
fair because that's a brilliant.
Horizon, yeah. Interesting stuff though.
Oh yeah, guys. I mean, that's quite useful. Not that I wanted to see how much of my life I've wasted over the last year.
It's not even that.
Kind of scary.
It's the fact that that's only 2020. That is a huge amount of time, and that's not even including the stuff we played this year in the first few months. The stuff that we played this year has been Fortnite and Apex. We haven't really touched COD, have we?
100 hours. Probably 100 to 200 hours just this year.
Yeah, on Fortnite, it's crazy.
But I mean, we're not going to change. It's
No.
basically our job in a way. So if it can make you money, then what's Abby saying about my hoodie now? We're trying to talk PlayStation.
Is your hoodie grey? I can't tell.
Yes, it is.
Aren't you
I
seeing
mean,
it? Yeah, we're
look like-
both wearing grey. We're both grey boys. Grey
Imagine.
boys.
So yeah. So for all you saying, Shed, please play more Minecraft, please. Shed, I want you to play Minecraft. Where the Minecraft streams on? 600 plus hours in 2020 on Minecraft.
Hey, Nanzo.
Now, we've addressed this a lot, but the Minecraft streams weren't getting the views, so obviously start playing more Fortnite. The Minecraft streams will come back, but I'm enjoying experimenting with other games at the moment.
It's definitely felt a lot more laid back than when we were grinding COD or Minecraft or... I mean, not even Ark.
So
Like,
we
we could play Ark for days. Like, I'm happy to do that, just to constantly catching dinos.
I get frustrated though. I know, because I die so often because I suck at the game. That's the problem.
I mean, but the thing is, it doesn't matter if you suck at the game. You can literally, like, build back up in, like, 10 minutes.
Eddie, can you show up to my birthday stream on the 24th of February? I can't really promise that, Max. I'm not like a birthday.
Ark's a great game, Nanzo. I love it as well.
I'm not like a... I don't know how to put it.
He can't promise.
I don't know.
He doesn't know what he's going to be doing that day. He might be asleep.
It's a random stream, yes. Hey, Callie.
So,
I was just talking about it.
I was going to say, on the subject of Ark, that not only is Vin Diesel in the game as a character model, he is one of the managerial directors of the development team because he loved the first game. Which is so funny and exciting to know that Dominic Toretto is going to be in charge of dinos.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I think Vin Diesel is a big fan of gaming because wasn't he in like the original Saints Row or something?
He was in Saints
Or was
Row.
it?
He also played...
I mean, every time I think of Saints Row, the original ones, all I think of is Vin Diesel's head. Because
all I think of is the dildo bat, and that is the only thing that I
what's that
remember
Vin
about that
Diesel?
game.
Was that the character based on him? I don't know.
It might have been a character based on him. Let's talk about
That's awesome.
games. I have some news written down. Some interesting news.
I am Groot.
So, do you know the game
I'm Groot.
EVE Online?
I am Groot. No.
No. So it's imagine like StarCraft. Do you know why am I saying it? Do you know StarCraft?
No.
Do you know World of Warcraft?
Yep.
Okay, so imagine World of Warcraft in space where you can join factions of people.
I think there used to be a big game back like 10 years ago or something that everyone used to play. It was like that, but
So, recently, as in like 2 days ago, maybe 1 day ago, I didn't really know anything.
find these really obscure games, man.
EVE Online is not an obscure game, and I will tell you for why in a moment. Listen.
Describe it again.
Dude, I don't know how to describe it to you who doesn't know what the game is. It's like a colony survival thing in space, and
then try and tell me it's not an obscure game.
It's not an obscure game. Dude.
Describe it. A colony in space.
No, it's
like
not even
World of
Colony.
War.
Colony was fake. It's like battles in space. It's Star Wars with building.
Everybody else is playing COD, Fortnite, Apex, and George wants to play space games.
No, I don't want to play it. I'm going to tell you about it. There was a news story.
Oh, she's watching Joe Weller again.
Here is my news story, baby.
This is the news.
We
Gravy.
need to have like a video go across when we say this is the news. It's like it broke its own Guinness World Record for the most expensive video game battle in game between two factions.
How can it be expensive?
Let me finish, motherfucker. So, it was called the Massacre at M2 XFE, which is like a coordinate, I guess.
Sounds like a junction.
This
A British
motherfucker
roll.
will not stop interrupting me while I'm trying to talk the news. So, it's a world war basically on there. But this
Oh my
single
god, I've just
battle-
realised what your mustache reminds me of. Bruce Forsyth.
Nice to see you. Nice.
Do it while looking at the camera.
Oh yeah, I forgot the camera's there, not there. Nice to see you. Nice. So this one
Bruce
battle,
Forsyth.
cost approximately 3,700. Oh no, that's not right. 37,000. No, 308. Me and numbers, man.
Just get your bloody
Me and
information right.
hecking numbers, man. They don't work out well. 378,012, which is 378,000 US dollars, approximately.
How?
Let me
I've been
finish.
buying
Let
in.
me finish. Let
Let's
me
finish and do
finish.
it.
I would if you wanted to do it. Man. Okay.
What the hell?
I'm getting mad at you. Interrupting me, man. I'm gonna kick you in the teeth. It was.
Good luck doing that from.
I've got long legs. Don't doubt me. Between. So there's a big world war going on this game, and
This is a guy who looks like Bruce Forsyth from Boston, drinking Carling, talking about a space game and how expensive it is. And a space battle that no one cares about.
the amount of
What
money
the
they
fuck
spent
happened?
on it is incredible. They were stockpiling weapons for 7 years for this one battle, and it's between two factions: the Empyrean faction and the Pappy faction. I don't know why it's called that. I've never. I've only.
Minecraft, but goddamn, if I was stockpiling weapons and spend all that cash on a random space battle,
Yeah. Well, the thing was, they've been like the way the battles normally go in this game is they stockpile and then they fight, and they don't.
I want
usually...
George to take off his stuff. Like, I want him to get higher subs than me because he deserves it. I'm sure he will, Max, eventually.
Might take me 10 years, but you know it's gonna happen.
Why George always streams with me. It's like I'm babysitting him.
Anyway, enough about this pissing space game because you don't seem to give a shit.
Yeah, let's move on from that because that's trash news.
Okay,
we have
here's
some news that
here's
people
some other news. Activision is being sued for stealing the character Mara in Modern Warfare.
Alright.
They're being the entire
That
as one of the playable characters.
in Modern Warfare.
Yep. They
The White Dust did it.
they completely
They
ripped
put it in cold.
No, they ripped it from a completely different game. Both of those games got Activision itself has been sued, and so has MLG. From a game called Cade Janus, or the character's called Cade.
87 subs. Isn't George on 90 now?
I don't know, man. I thought it was on 80. Who knows anymore? So there you go. Activision is being sued for stealing someone's character design, and they knew they were doing it because they told the makeup people or the cosplayers.
The thing that a studio can do is like when people ask them questions, they're like, "Oh yeah, I really look. Oh yeah, Mara, I love that game." Or the character Mara, and then like put it in their game.
Well,
like,
no,
if you're gonna
it's honestly, it's just the likeness. She looks exactly like Cade.
The thing is, that's the thing, though, isn't it? With copyright, like everything is inspired by something else. You have to have seen something.
Yeah, but you don't understand how similar it looks. It's same hairstyle, same hair extensions, same. Like this is the instructions they gave to the person who modelled it for stills to.
They
base it
deserve
on.
to receive them because obviously, if it's a smaller game company, like Activision is huge. They've been in the business for a long time. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and they knew they were
know
going
they
to. Do you know why they knew they were doing it? They put the makeup artist, they put the cosplayer that they did to take the photos, the photographers, all of the stuff behind were on NDAs, non-disclosure agreements or non-disclosure arrangements.
So,
They knew what they were doing, so they're getting sued for it. They've not really released how much.
they can't even discuss it then, like in court or whatever.
Yeah, they've taken it. They've fully taken it to court.
Oh, but like, if all the staff are under non-disclosure, they can't even discuss it, can they? With any?
No, they can't. But the creator of the thing can. He was called the game studio is called Hagen, I think. So, the lead character designer from there is going to court against.
Look at all the
Activision.
money Activision makes, like with COD and stuff. Like, they're such a big company. Surely they come up with their own ideas, or employ creative people that have creative ideas that haven't been stolen from somewhere else.
Well, the thing was, I don't know if they fully intended the model to be like stolen. They definitely intended the base of the character to look exactly like quite similar. Like from the story, I was gathering that it was a cosplayer who cosplayed Cade, and the guy saw it and was like, "We need this character in our thing," and told her to wear exactly the same stuff, but that was only intended for the board of ideas. So do you know how they have
mood
like
board.
the mood board, and the fact that they've just gone like to create gone that one.
Yeah, but that's like a typical, stereotypical big businessman thing to do, isn't it? Like in movies, like, I want that and I want it now. Speaking of Activision, the new DLC just came out, didn't it? I think
COD,
it's
yeah.
called something, what's it called now? The Zombies map.
Yeah, I just got a message about it today. What the person I play COD was going to play it tomorrow because the new map is lit.
I don't know. So I did Minecraft Solo World stream, but this guy said if I join this server, it'd give me views for free, but the viewers couldn't chat or someone got scammed. Yeah, you should never listen to that, Max. You shouldn't be that hungry for viewers. Just focus on enjoying the game. Stop focusing on the subs and the views.
Yeah, if you enjoy the game, you will get
People will
viewers.
come.
Yeah.
The way I see it is like there's a quote. I think
If
it was,
you build it, they will come.
Yeah, exactly. You know I was going to say that, George.
I did.
Know me too well. But yeah, if you build it, they'll come.
Firebase,
So
apparently it's called.
build it and enjoy it.
Yeah, just
You
enjoy
get
your
to
time.
support the subs. You want to have fun doing it.
Let's also, while we're here, do you like Crash Bandicoot, right?
Yeah, they'll make another one.
Kind of. It's a mobile game
Not interested in mobile games, to be
called
honest.
Crash Bandicoot on the Run. But unlike most other mobile games, there are like 100 skins, but there are no loot boxes, which is a huge move to pull in a world where everything is loot boxes now. It's microtransactions and it's loot boxes, and that is how you make money off games now.
I'm following that. You know, I can't see the bottom of my comments. I'm following the quote. That's good. Stop trying to, you know, you're just trying to grow.
Yeah,
too quickly.
you can't rush it. You need to have
George jobs, but George is just, he's not bothered about the views. Like, even when it streams me, like, even though I've got a lot more of an audience, it doesn't matter because at least people are there still enjoying the content. And if there's, this has always been my thing. Like,
as
even
long
when I
as there's
started
one
out,
person.
one person enjoys it and you made their day and you provide entertainment, then why should it matter if you got one person or 20,000 people? You know, that's the thing.
You have to have an organic audience. You can't buy subs. You can't buy views.
Because it never works.
Not only does it not work, it will kill your channel. If you're a little channel, then you're suddenly massive, but there's no one talking and there's no interactions. It's the same with not having an audience. Just because the numbers are bigger doesn't mean you're a bigger streamer. And people get it, like I know people get into this for money or for fame. We've never done that. We don't care about fame. We don't care about money. Money would be nice, but who cares? Like,
I mean, the amount I've spent on YouTube compared to the amount I've made.
yeah, like
is
all of the
ridiculous.
equipment we've got cost us money out of our pockets. My TV, £400. My PlayStation, ×2 because one of them exploded.
I think people already have, but things like cameras.
Cameras are a big money sink. Capture cards are a money sink. Microphones are a money sink.
About £5,000.
You spent most of it on the PC though. For me, microphone was 100. Stream Deck, I think it's about 100 and something.
£3,000.
I think I'm maybe on like one grand maybe. Because I've had to buy 2 PlayStations because one exploded. That has been like, most of my money.
One didn't explode, George. You always say they explode. You took it
Bro,
apart and messed it.
no, it exploded. The battery started burning. I was like, not the battery, the at the bottom, at the back,
You know
there's like a
how bad it
capacitor
is
bank.
to blow up a PS4?
I shorted it and it exploded, man. Listen. It was my fault, like, absolutely. But it still exploded.
The thing is, I thought it'd be easy to get big, but it takes a long crap ton of time.
Oh yeah, we've been streaming, like, Shed's been streaming, what, 7 years? 5 years?
It's been on and off,
On and
but
off, yeah.
like I know if I would have put my mind to it a couple of years ago, I could have done it a lot quicker. But obviously, it wasn't a priority then because I had other stuff that I have to focus on, you know, real life stuff. But I think, you know, don't worry about how long it takes.
And honestly, don't really set goals for where you want to
Because
be
I-
in, like, 5 years' time or 2 years' time.
I've
Or
done
1
it.
year.
you'll put as much effort in as you need to. Like, you think all these successful people, like, you think the UFC fighters or the boxers or, I don't know, wrestlers, pretty much anyone, actors, they put thousands of hours, years and years into their craft. So anything worth doing takes time. You shouldn't be like, oh, I want to get this big in a year. I want to have 1 million subs. Never like that.
I mean, it can be like that, but it's not worth it to pressure yourself that much. Your body can only handle so much stress, and if you're streaming 24/7 every day, your body will break down.
I don't think that's the problem, Jordan.
No, that is a problem. Like, the amount of stress that you will put on yourself for... No.
If this was a full-time thing, I would be streaming probably 7 to 8 hours a day.
Yeah, same time as a regular job, right?
No. But, like, I set small goals. Like, I'll be like, so this week I want another 10, 20 subs. I don't think this week I want 1,000 subscribers. Even though it might be possible, like, I'm happy with smaller goals.
And it's not even that. But when you're like pushing for those goals and you're asking people to subscribe and you're like keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, you're gonna push your audience away. Because people want to hear what you have to say, not you asking for subs every 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Which it does. I mean, I know that you ask for subs or likes or whatever, like, but that's to like push your current stream. It's not for the long run. It's not for anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And on that happy, cheery note.
Yeah, as I said, Max, I mean, I can't say this enough. Just, don't focus on the numbers. Focus on the game.
Especially, like, I don't know if you stream on Twitch or YouTube, Max, but the goals they put in place are for them. They're never for you.
Mm-hmm.
So they want you to start making money so that they can take half of that money.
That's the only thing. Like, if you're doing it to make money, it does then become better numbers. But for you, Max, you're still, like, young. You don't need to worry about money, so you just worry about having fun. You don't need 1 million subscribers or whatever.
And you see it a lot. You see it a lot on, like, YouTube videos where there are, like, kids being pushed by their parents to make money, And you can tell because their expressions look forced, or their content is like directed at the algorithm to get the most views. Which, I mean, the algorithm thing works for views, but like when you're doing that every day and you're changing your like persona to fit the algorithm, it doesn't work. Like, I know that, well, what's his name? Morg's mum or something. She used to push Morg to make money.
Is it Morgs that people didn't like?
Morgs, yeah.
People didn't really like him, did they, for some reason? I don't understand the controversy, but
because his mum pushed him to.
And she got over it, and she was discussing it with his TikTok.
It's not even that. Like, not only is Morg like one of the people that are like that. Like
about all these channels where they're opening Kinder Egg surprises and stuff, and they make like 20 million a year. Like, what is it, like Ethan 707 or whatever?
Yeah, it's all parents pushing their kids to make money. It's never the kids enjoying opening these things.
The kids do enjoy it, but the parents are profiting from it. Right.
But they won't see a penny of it.
Mm.
So it's tricky.
Subject, but just enjoy it more than anything.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna be a YouTuber or you're gonna be a streamer, then
you're putting so many hours of your life into something.
Sticking with it is more sport thing. So really, you have to enjoy it. Otherwise, you're not gonna be doing it in 5 years. Because if I didn't enjoy this, I wouldn't still be making the videos. I mean, I stopped for a couple of years.
Yeah, and
then I was like, oh, I'm in lockdown. I'm like,
you will need to take breaks, Max. You will feel fatigued with what you do, and you'll feel depressed a lot of the time. But that's just how it is. I mean, I feel that. I know that you probably feel that. You feel down when.
It's hard when you're not growing on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's why I've had to switch games and stuff. But another thing is, like, I am actually enjoying Fortnite a lot.
Oh yeah, look, we don't put personas on. This is how we are in real life. When we say we don't like a game, we don't like a game. When we say we're enjoying it, it's because we're enjoying it.
and there were reasons behind that. I tried it again. I jumped back on yours. I thought it's not a bad game. People are enjoying it. People are watching. Channel's growing.
Like, yeah, there
You
are
know,
points where you've got to like do, where you've got to do it for the views because you need fresh audience or more views, and you need that input. But you cannot, absolutely cannot base your persona around getting views. Like, for me, my persona is me. I am me. I am lazy. I'm sleepy. I am half the time depressed.
George. Sounds a lot like me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm depressed bit.
Well, I mean, you know.
I get depressed, but I don't show it.
Oh yeah, same.
Just
Like, because like I've been like this basically since secondary school. I've always, you know, like I've grown up on the internet, and I have no break from the internet, and that's not great for your mental health.
No, Caleb, you cannot join the podcast.
Can I join a podcast? Can I join a podcast? Oh, I don't like this. Drop a map.
So hard yesterday. I had to get my brother on it, and he couldn't even do it. And he's played Fortnite for like 3 years. I was like, you count like 11,000. That shows you how ridiculous those maps are.
Yeah, they're hard. Let's talk more games. Do you know Borderlands?
I know it, but I haven't played it.
So to all you Borderland lovers, I'm not sure whether I should say rejoice or despair,
Yeah, Rocky's here.
because
He's got an old panda.
Gearbox has been bought by a different studio for 1.3 billion United States dollars.
I bought a gearbox for that.
Yeah, it's expensive Gearbox, huh?
You just clocked onto what I was saying,
I know.
then, didn't you?
The minute you said it, I was like, oh, he's making a joke, but I was like, I wanted to push forward with the story. Hey, Rocky.
Rocky, what are you doing today anyway? Because me and George might get on Fortnite later. After the podcast. Rocky hit 3K. Sick, man. I mean, he's already hit 3K. Ages ago. What am I talking about? He's on like 3.5 now or something.
Do you know Apex Legends?
To be honest, it would be good to get Rocky on the Fortnite stream, because then we can have more people playing the games. You know, I know Apex Legends, George. What kind of question is this?
Did you know Apex goes to the Nintendo Switch on March the 9th is when it's getting cross-platform launch from the get-go.
Nintendo Switch. Why?
Because there's an untapped audience. And just in case you're worried about being behind on your Battle Pass levels,
I have no friends.
you'll get a 30 level Battle Pass boost. So the minute you buy the Battle Pass, you'll be level 30 on the Battle Pass.
Oh, shouldn't everybody get that then?
No, it's because it's not coming until March the 9th, which is enough time for everyone else to actually get Battle Pass levels.
And when does the Battle Pass finish?
90 days from now, I think, or from yesterday.
So, April.
Probably, yeah.
And they're giving them 30 levels, and then they only have a month to do the other 70. Oh, how nice. That seems fair.
Well, I mean, you know, they're probably hoping for it. They're probably hoping to push the release back to.
I think it's bad that they bring these kind of games to the Switch, like Fortnite and Apex and COD. Like, I don't want. To me,
they don't fit the platform. That platform. That platform is for kids. Like Fortnite makes sense.
It's like Minecraft's on fridges.
And the Tesla.
You get Minecraft on the smart fridge.
And the Tesla. Tesla's got a 10 teraflop hard drive, so you can play games in your Tesla now.
Ridiculous.
So there you go. Apex Legends on the Switch, March 9th.
Apex Legends.
Did you know Pokemon Sword and Shield? I sold mine.
So the thing is, like, I want one, but for me, I think it would actually be better to go back and get like a classic PSP or something.
It's not worth it. Like, I mean, unless you want to play Animal Crossing, or if you want to play.
Rocky's down to play some Fortnite.
The only game that I have seen that is worth owning a Switch for is Pokemon or
And why did you sell it, George?
Because I needed the goddamn money. I needed to get a PlayStation, didn't I? My PlayStation broke, so I sold the Switch for the PlayStation. And it was during the Switch drought, so I got £150 for it.
The Switch straight.
Yeah, back
How
when
much was brand new? Like 250.
brand new is £250, but there wasn't any in stock because it was just after Animal Crossing got released. I sold it, so people were buying Animal Crossing and the Switch. So I got a good deal on it because I bought it for £150.
He's getting a free Switch with her phone. So I was thinking, if I wanted a Switch, I could probably like buy it off her for a bit cheaper than the proper cost. But I don't think I'd be interested. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a console for me. I can't imagine myself sitting there playing the Switch.
So the thing is, I feel like it's definitely for a family, like Nintendo Wii was. Like, it's got games where you can play together.
Nintendo's so good at catering for kids and families and that kind of audience.
Especially Animal Crossing sold really well. They've got a new event coming out soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild. I forgot about Breath of the Wild. That is, yeah, maybe it's worth it for that. And Breath of the Wild 2.
I'll put that in your chat.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I thought that just come to your head. Then I was like, "What?" It's just like looking up in the air, and then all of a sudden, like,
Well, no, I've literally got chat above the telly or above the camera, so I have to stare at the camera to look. So I was like,
"What is that?" Breath of the Wild's another one.
Did you know Pokemon Sword and Shield? Are you aware of said game?
I've collected the cards, and I am aware, but
That
what about
game has outsold every other Pokemon game since Pokemon Gold.
is that the latest Pokemon?
Yes.
Well, then
That is the
makes sense.
Alolan one. That's the English one.
If Pokemon Gold was the latest one, that would outsell all the others. as
Pokemon
well.
Go isn't owned by Pokemon. Pokemon Go is
Yeah,
owned by Niantic.
Everyone jumping on the Pokemon bandwagon. Pokemon just skyrocketing. Did you hear that he just bought 6? I think it was 6 original boost boxes, like he did before, for like 700k. Bearing in mind, in 2007 they were like £400, and now £700,000 a box, like 80,000 times the amount that were 13 years ago, and he's bought them all. So imagine how expensive any original Pokemon cards are going to be. Bear in mind as well, before Logan did the other box break, you could get like full boost boxes of Pokemon cards, like the latest ones for like 400. They're now like 1,000. Think of how expensive Pokemon stuff's going to be again.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of the
Our
hypes...
kids in the
Yeah,
hobby.
the hype's died down for the Golden Charizard and stuff because that price is sort of stabilized now. But there's literally a new set coming out, I think, next month.
With Logan Paul doing that again, it's going to probably going to double again.
There's a new set coming out soon. I know that the Japanese set is already released.
You do realise that once he opens all 6 of them boxes, there's going to be no fresh original cards.
There'll be some around somewhere, so people will have some.
People have some, but there'll be none that you can pack, which means all the ones that have already been packed will be the only ones in existence, which means they will skyrocket the price. And if he keeps one of them boxes, bearing in mind it's going to be one of one box rather than one of 20 boxes, that's going to be worth like 10 million or something. So that is a very smart money-making decision.
It
When I
is,
watched it-
unless the market crashes for it.
I was like, he sold his house and stuff to buy them, and then I was like, that makes sense.
The market
because-
could crash though. It is an investment, and it
Yeah,
could
but at the end
crash.
of the day, you're the only one with it. How big Pokemon is? It's not
Yeah,
going to
but
happen.
you know what they'll do, don't you? They will reprint the cards. They already did.
I
With
do
they already did with the evolutions. That
Yeah,
shut
I
the
do
box
think
down.
that some people will have some. Because I think, like, you know, like T-Jeff. You watch T-Jeff? I think Jay Swingler bought a box. I don't know whether he opened it. I think he's in the safe somewhere. So therefore, there probably is some original boxes somewhere. Like, how does Logan Paul know that they're the only 6 in existence? Like,
He only knows that they're the only 6 in existence for sale. There is no
Exactly.
way to track the amount. It is only
it
the
will
known amount.
and he will no doubt make his money back.
Well, yeah, but if they reprint the things,
I can reprint them, George, but they still won't be as, you know,
No,
worth
no.
as much.
but they will shoot his profit margin down a lot if they do reprint them.
I don't think so. I think they're just escalate the profits. Because I think it gets people back interested in the cards again, and they want the original.
Maybe, yeah. It's
Oh, I don't
50-50, isn't it?
But it's crazy. So Pokemon's going to skyrocket again. So I was thinking I should start buying cards again, but there's no way you can get them. Like they're all expensive, and I'm
Well,
just going to open them.
As I said, there's a new set coming out.
Yeah, but if you buy a tin now, even from like a couple of years ago or whatever, in a couple of weeks when he opens that box, it's going to be worth double.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to invest in small Pokemon, but I'm not going to do it because I get carried away. No one is watching you. Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. Never have done, never will do.
I'm going to end soon anyway and play Fortnite.
Oh, I've got a couple more stuff. There's a couple of games that I've seen that look really interesting and look quite fun. Might be
Anything. These podcasts are more for mine and George's sanity, just to chat.
Yeah. Otherwise, we lose our brains.
So, not bothered about the views.
Okay, here we go. Biomutants. Looks fucking incredible. Imagine Breath of the Wild.
Obscure, man. Biomutants.
Well, it's not obscure. It's pretty big. It's just they've only just released the release date. Imagine Breath of the Wild crossed with post-apocalyptic martial art game. But you play as animals. Are you getting? Imagine Kung Fu Panda as a game. This is it. It looks really good. It looks really pretty as well, and it looks like you can play it however you want.
I can't get on board with that, George.
Ghost, do you love Breath of the Wild? Quickly go look up Biomutants and tell me it does not look fun.
It's like an X-Men game.
That comes out on the 25th of May. Also, we're going to do another Cyberpunk. The DLC has been delayed. Oh my, what a coincidence. It's almost like the original game was delayed. It's almost like the studio doesn't know what it's doing. Even though it's a huge fuck-off studio.
Game's going to die, man. Like, the bad press it received, like... If I were that studio, I'd probably just drop it.
I saw that they would, even with the refunds.
But they haven't invested too much money.
No, they without the refund, or even with the refund, sorry, they were still the highest digital downloaded game last year. Now, the reason why they're pushing the DLC back is because they're trying to fix the bugs in the original.
Popular, doesn't it?
Bad press, yeah.
You know, like, when people say, "Oh, it looks like a PS2 game," people are like, "Ooh, I wonder what that looks like."
Well, no, it looks like a PS2 game on console. On PC, it's flawless. It's just on the console release was pushed too early.
Yeah, they shouldn't have released it on console.
No, so they're pushing the free DLCs back so they can fix the original game.
Platforms they don't belong on. And rushing them.
Yeah.
Some games are not built for certain platforms. They
No.
shouldn't exist. But they should, take time to develop the software.
Prince of Persia remake comes out 18th of March. Monster Hunter 26th of March.
Oh,
What? Prince of Persia
is there a remake or a reboot?
remake.
Or is it like
It's exactly the same game, just remade. That's PC and PS5, I think, from what I read. Pokemon Snap 30th of April. Ghostwire looks cool. Kind of Japanesey ghost story. October sometime.
they're making a Ghost of Toshima too? I think.
Yeah, I think so as
I
well.
want to play that game. I haven't played it. I have really good things about it. And
Yeah,
the movements.
The movement looks flawless. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed on acid.
And then there is a new Lord of the Rings game coming out in 2021 at some point. It's called Lord of the Rings Gollum, and you play as Gollum, and you explore Middle Earth.
Has that been done?
Not as Gollum, no. Okay, I imagine
There's like a section of one of the games where you played as Gollum, I think. But
it's probably where the idea came from. It was probably in
I know
Middle
the
Earth.
open world Star Wars game. Heard about that? Like GTA, but Star Wars.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
I can imagine that being a good game.
And as my last bit of news, PS5 VR patent has been released. And it includes...
But it won't come for a bit yet. It'll be
No,
at least
no, no.
another year.
But their patent includes mobile interfacing. So you can use a phone to input onto So you've got one person in VR, and then you've got like a crowd of people. So it's for use like party games, so you can like aim it at the stuff. There's not really a lot of information about it. It's just a couple of pictures of some people sat on a chair with some phones. Whether they're phones or whether they're specific controllers. I imagine they'd probably try and push for actual controllers because they'd make money that way compared to...
Controller, but with a screen.
Who knows?
Well, I think we've covered everything.
For the amount of news that I had, we've lasted quite a long time.
That is the most tragic amount of news you've had
Listen,
the last 6 weeks.
I started half an hour before we started because I was like, oh, we could do that art thing. Yeah, we'll do that art thing. The art thing's fine. That's a cool art thing. And then your dumbass was like, nah, we ain't doing no art. No, sir.
You can't be like, oh, let's do an art challenge like an hour before the podcast.
An hour is plenty of time to plug in your fucking tablet.
No, I need more time to mentally prepare.
Well, we can do that next week if you like, because
Maybe.
the multi-canvas thing looked really like interesting as a like 10-minute challenge, draw something from memory kind of thing. Like in particular, Pokemon from memory would be quite a good way to go.
I need to sort my tablet out because last time I plugged it in, I couldn't get it to work, man. Like my wires all messed up, so I need to sort it all out.
Is it just a USB?
Last time I used it, I couldn't get it to work properly. Like when I was touching the screen, it wasn't inputting properly. I think it might be the drivers, for the tablet. That might be the issue I was having, but I need to find
Is it Wacom or is it something else?
Something else, I think.
And it's a touchscreen one, right? Like a tablet.
It's, it says on the box. It's an X Pen. But I have to install new drivers.
Yeah,
I don't know, something like that. But I mean, or alternatively, we could do pencil and paper and just show.
But that wouldn't be as fun. But the reason why I'm thinking that app in particular is because we can both cap the same screen because it is just one canvas shared between two of us, like online. Could be fun.
Yeah, we'll see. Or we could do another movie one. I don't know.
What do you want to see, chat? Do you want to see art or films?
I'd like to do another interview, but no. Who do we get on here?
Everyone's busy.
Imagine if we genuinely got the chance to interview someone influential and actually
we'd
popular.
cock it up. We'd cock it up majorly.
Oh, no. We'd just sit there. We'd do something stupid, like I'll be stretching the face. You'd be sitting there doing and they'll be like, this isn't professional at all.
No, we never said we were professional.
That's what we could do, George. We could do ghost stories or reviewing ghost stories or something.
We'll see. If someone in chat lets us know whether they want to see art, another film, or another or a ghost. I mean, the ghost thing would be best for Halloween, like around October.
You know what's funny? I think when we do today, we've done a randomness podcast, and barely anyone's watched. So I think the theme ones do actually work better for views, even though we don't talk to people.
It's because they understand what we're talking about. They've got an idea before they jump in. Like the randomness is fine, but like there's no structure. Whereas the film, we have a topic to talk about.
Well, I feel like we do films that people aren't really. I don't know.
Yeah, the annoying thing is that your audience is like kids or teenagers or young adults. Well, yeah, but
because your audience is my audience.
Fuck off. First and foremost. So maybe like a newer film might go down a little bit better.
What though?
New Mutants.
No. We could do a TV show. WandaVision's quite interesting at the moment.
Oh, I've still got to watch it. Yeah, we can do. What's trending at the minute? TV wise.
WandaVision. The problem with WandaVision is I'm only 4 episodes in.
I've not even started. I don't own Disney Plus, so I'll have to.
I don't know when.
Steal some.
I didn't own Disney Plus, but I had to re-get it because I wanted to watch it. So.
Trending.
I was using BritBox, but there wasn't really anything on there. I got it before Christmas. I was paying £6 a month, and then I realised Disney's the same price.
Well, the
I
thing
used
is,
to have this- there wasn't
BritBox
anything
is
on there.
just BBC, ITV, Channel 4, right?
Yeah, and there wasn't adding new stuff on there. Like it was
No,
all
it's
old.
all old stuff. It's like they don't understand how streaming platforms work.
And add all the old stuff. Like if it had every episode of EastEnders or whatever, I could understand it. But they have like 2 episodes from like 80s, 2 from 90s. It's like it's not worth your money. I mean, Doctor Who, yeah, but I already own all them.
But the thing
Anyway.
is, Doctor Who is on Netflix and it's on all these other
No,
streaming services.
It's all the originals. It's exclusive to BritBox now,
Oh.
but I own them all. So for me, it's like, what's the point?
Trending.
I watch George. We'll have to think about it throughout the week, and we'll just think about it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's end this here, and maybe
Let's end this here by me
Before-
saying, check out Biomutant. It looks really cool. Smiley face.
that's terrifying. That face, George.
Sir, I'm going to kill you now.
I think in about 20 minutes we'll do Fortnite,
Yeah, I need to pee. I need to get some food because I'm hungry.
right? And then come on Fortnite. But yeah, tune into the Fortnite stream, guys. Today has been a bit of a random one, I will admit, but that was the point. Because sometimes you guys say like, "Oh, Shed," you're not.
Well, I mean, this was sort of pushed by Marlon having a go at us for like not talking before. Like that's not because he in particular argued.
We could answer the questions, could we?
No.
Because we were trying to focus. So I thought if we do this one today, then if we do the movie news and that, at least it's split up a bit because the podcast can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a podcast channel that only focuses on one
Okay,
thing.
before we go, here's a song. Sarajevo by the K's. Okay, now we can end.
You staying up all night again or sleeping tonight? I'm going to try and sleep a bit earlier.
Bye,
Don't know,
gamers.
tomorrow. But yeah, see you later, guys.
Tune in
Peace
next
out.
time.